Hi everyone, in this short video I'm just going to be showing you how you can use your library card to access some great online genealogical resources for free. So first things first, you're going to open up a web browser and you're going to go to oceansidelibrary.com. Right now, for the time being, we've kind of updated our home page, so when you go to our website, this is what it's going to look like for now. There's a few different places you can go for some information, and as you can see, you can also get to our normal homepage here as well. But you can click on Library Databases, and it will bring you to our database page. And things are being updated. New stuff is being put at the very top here with a just added. So you can see that for the Ancestry Library Edition, an at-home version was added. Previously, you were able to access the Ancestry Library Edition, but only on the library's in-house computers. Now, because obviously all the buildings are closed, ProQuest, who owns Ancestry, have offered remote access. So we are now able to access Ancestry's Library Edition at home through April 30th. And we'll see if they extend it past that. If you scroll down a little bit, you see all the categories here, and if you click where it says Genealogy, it will pop you all the way down to all of our genealogical resources. So regularly the Ancestry Library Edition usually just says in library for accessing it in the library, but the at-home link has been added here as well. We also have access to Ancestry.com New York State records, and this is always available either in the library or at home. This is kind of great because during our regular operations, since Ancestry Library Edition is only available in the library, when you go home, you can't look at all of Ancestry's records, but you can look at the records for New York State. And then we also have Heritage Quest. Heritage Quest is also owned by the same company, which is ProQuest. So the way you would search for things in Heritage Quest is pretty much the same that you would search for them in Ancestry once you get in there. They just have some slightly different records that are available. So to get into any one of these, we'll start with the Ancestry Library Edition. So for the Ancestry Library Edition at home, you're just going to click on At Home. I'm going to open it up in a new tab because I'm going to go back to that page. And once you click on that At Home link, it just asks for your library barcode number. Click Enter or Submit. And it plugs you right into the Ancestry Library Edition. So the Library Edition is a little bit different from a paid-for edition. Obviously, if you're paying for an Ancestry.com account of your own, it's a private account, so you can always go save things within Ancestry. You can build your family tree in there. But this is a public account for everyone, so the access is a little bit different. But you're able to search through all of the same records that you would be able to with a regular paid-for Ancestry account. And I'm going to just show you a quick example of how to save something in here. So if you went to the U.S. Census records, say I wanted to look at the 1940 records, and once that loads up, I would fill in my search information. You know, you'll want to be kind of as detailed as possible and follow different genealogical search tips and things like that. But just to show you how to save something, I'm going to put in, I'm just going to put in a name and hit search. And say, I look through the records and I say, yes, okay, this is the person that I'm looking for. I can view the entire record. And what this is, this gives you a transcription of what's actually in the record. And of course, we know that transcriptions can sometimes be off, so you'll really want to make sure that you actually view the whole record. And then when you're in here, you have a few options on what to do with the record so that you can get back to it for future reference. So once you've come into the record and the person that you're looking for is highlighted and you take a look at all the information, great, okay, this is my ancestor and I want to save it. If you click the Save button up top here, you have the option to either send the image home, which would be sending a link to this image in your email, or saving it directly to your computer. So if you wanted to save it to your computer, you would just click Save to this computer, and it saves the file. And if you tell it to show you in folder, it'll usually just save automatically to your downloads folder, so you can always find it there later. But if you click Show in folder, once it's done downloading, your folder will pop up and you'll be able to move it around and move it into a different folder if you like. You can also send it to yourself in an email. So it'll just ask you to put your email address in to confirm your email, and then you can send the email. So that is the quick on Ancestry at Home Library Edition. There is also the Ancestry New York State record, so you click on the link that says At Home. You would scroll all the way down to where it says New York State zip code. You would enter your zip code and hit Submit. And then from here, you can search through, again, you can see it's all Ancestry owned. The search is all the same. It just gives you New York State records only, as opposed to records from the entire country. And same thing, if this is what you're looking for, you can click on the record. And then this will prompt you to create a free account or to sign in if you already have one. To create the free account, you would just type in your first name, your last name, type in your email address, and create a password for this account. Make sure you write it down, because if you go to use the Ancestry New York State Archives, then it will keep asking you to either create an account or sign in. And once you do that, then you'll be able to save things the way you did with the Ancestry Library Edition, either saving it directly to your computer or sending it to your email. And the last one to show you real quick is Heritage Quest. So if you open up the At Home edition, it asks for your library barcode number. And once you've signed in with that, you get access to some of the records that Heritage Quest Online has. The cool thing about Heritage Quest is it has a few things that the Ancestry Library Edition and the Ancestry New York State Archives collections don't have, like the U.S. Freedmen's Bank records, mortality schedules, and a couple of other really interesting bits of information for your research. And again, since it's all owned by ProQuest, searching for things is pretty similar. And as you can see, there are Canada Census records here as well. There are some kind of international records involved with Heritage Quest. So if I search in the U.S. Census records, it all shows up the same. Heritage Quest also has a couple of other neat little things. So there's a regular search option here that gives you all of their records and indices. There are research aids, which are really great. It has little getting started, some things about the census and stuff like that. And then it also has some maps, which are always helpful for your research. So that is the quick overview on our genealogical resources that you can access from home right now. Again, the Ancestry Library Edition at home is only being offered through April 30th. Depending on whether or not our current situation gets extended, they may or may not extend that access. But once things are all back to regular functioning and the library is open back up again, they will take this at-home option away and you'll only be able to access it in the library. But you will always be able to access the Ancestry.com New York State records at home and Heritage Quest at home. So hope you're keeping busy during this time. It's a good opportunity to work on some of that genealogical research that maybe you've always wanted to do and had to put on the back burner a little bit because you haven't had the time. So happy hunting and stay safe, everyone.